New York City. I'm Nadia. I'm a journalist who loves running, and so I've been interviewing people I know, people I run with, about the impact that running has had on their lives and their creativity, their careers. So today I'm going to go and meet up with Raymond Hales. Ray, I know him as he is a music consultant. He's very creative visually, and he also co-founded Resident Runners. So let's go.
I'm absolutely down and ready to go for this run. I wanted to start here because this is like one of my first stomping grounds here in New York. This is when I first moved to New York. I was living in this studio, music studio. Simon and Garfunkel's in here, and right below.
This is the real building.
This is it.
You were living here?
I was living in this music studio, and a good buddy of mine. We stayed here, and this is where I met J. Cole, which is a good friend of mine, and his engineer, which is like one of my best friends now. So anyways, I used to do it here. So now we can head from here and keep it moving.
I love it. Professional name dropping. You know how to do it.
I'm trying to get to your level.
Texas guy.
Yeah, straight from Texas. Well, by way of Chicago, I'm just from Chicago. Been in New York since 2006, coming up on my 10th year here.
You were a runner back in Texas?
I was a sprinter, yeah. So
that's where you get those fast legs from.
So I was a sprinter back in Texas, and did that all throughout high school. Stopped. And I was doing like a lot of just running in Chicago. So it's running's been in my blood. My father was a runner. My mom was a runner. I use it as a form of like meditation.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So.
Especially needed here in New York, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was living there.
Yeah.
At that studio.
I still can't get my head around. Amazing.
I was like, you know how New York is. If you make it anywhere, you can. If you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, okay, cool, I'm here. Fresh out of school, how am I gonna make some money? I went right over here to Starbucks and started working at Starbucks.
This one right here?
This one right here. And that's kind of like when I started to, meet a bunch of different people, artists, celebrities, and whatnot. Next to the Bad Boy building, where I met some more of my good friends from the design area.
Over here?
Yeah, well, right here. This is where Starbucks is where it used to be. People would come over from the David Letterman show when it was there. But one of my good buddies, Dow from Public School Clothing.
Oh yeah.
He worked here at Sean John, and I was just slanging coffee, serving them coffees, You've
got such a friendly, easygoing nature. I'm sure you made a lot of friends very quickly.
Yeah, because then after that, I came right over here to Dream Hotel and started throwing parties at Dream Hotel. Community. You might be a runner, but what you do outside of running always kind of interests me, and that takes the seriousness out of running. After living in the studio and being working at Starbucks, I ventured up here up to like past 59, where a good friend of mine, he opened up a sneaker store, lifestyle sneaker store called West NYC.
Yeah.
And kind of got into it there, helped him open it up. Found myself start to sling shoes.
Yeah.
Moving shoes instead of coffee. But still meeting some awesome individuals. One of the most awesome individuals that I ever met happened to be my best friend, Eric, who I started the running crew with, Resident Runners. DJ Root 456.
Shout out.
Yeah. And then we started that back in 2013.
That's Resident Runners.
And that's Resident Runners, and it's just been an amazing trip since. Like we started the crew because we wanted to have something to, you know, bring us together. Plus, we were looking at all these other running crews around New York, and we're like, you know what? Let's do something of our own.
Yeah.
So we did. We just wanted to start something that we wanted to do and have fun with.
And Resident Runners is well known now for your legendary taco runs.
Oh yeah, we love running.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take it too serious, you know.
Sure.
That's when you take it too serious, that's when the love of running kind of dies. I feel, in my personal opinion. Every Thursday of the week at the Under Armour brand house, which we recently got sponsored by. Great company. Yeah. Growing company. Their vibe is very family oriented. So, I mean, it just makes sense.
Yo!
Way too hot.
Dripping sweat. Hot. But it's better, for me it's better than running in the winter.
Really?
Yeah, do you prefer winter running?
I prefer like about 60 degrees.
Which is
dry.
I always have to convert it to Celsius because
you're so foreign.
Otherwise I don't understand it. I'm just like, -1? I got that.
But no,
so
I like the
winter.
dry. Yeah, well, not more of a winter. I like the dry, crisp air instead of like humidity like this. This is crazy.
This humidity is crazy.
Humidity.
It's like the sky is angry and just can't wait to release it.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's it like running? But the climate in Texas is kind of.
It's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's dry
used
climate.
to that, right?
Yeah. It's funny. I just recently got back from Utah, which was awesome. It was my first time, and running out there is definitely dry, but the altitude, it'll mess with you.
That's harsh up there.
So especially like, for me, I have this. It's called sickle cell.
Okay.
So I'm not anemic, but I have the trait, but it still kind of like bothers me a little bit, being up that high, and you know I get dehydrated very fast. So it's a struggle, but I think that by doing that, putting myself in that struggle allows me to see how far I can go and maybe show others that they can do it.
How does it affect you when you're doing races?
So it just affects me when I get dehydrated. So I need to always have some water. So I'll probably stop at every station. Yeah. But I try not to stop at
there are a couple.
If anything.
That's why I like summer running, because they're all switched on. In winter, there are no station water fountains switched on.
So yeah, man. I mean, but you know, all in all, I mean, it really hadn't affected me as I was growing up. But then, you know, we went out to Denver, Colorado to do this run with fight thing with Under Armour, and man, 10,000 feet. I felt like somebody was crushing my chest, you know? Yeah. So that was quite the experience. Only in New York, you get this. Random.
You spoke about running as meditation. I mean, because normal meditation, I don't know about you, but I find it very hard to do. To sit down and try and clear the mind and things like that. But running, it just kind of comes, right?
Yeah. So it's like, it's a natural feeling. Like there'll be times where I'm just like fed up. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't want to run. But having a crew, being in a crew, being in a kind of like a brotherhood, I would say, with Eric and Rasan, they hold you accountable for, you know, for running, you know. We know each other. We know that if Ray's having a bad day, hit him up and say, hey, let's go on a run real quick.
And this is 72nd.
This is 72nd. Mr. Dakota building right here.
John Lennon, rest in peace.
Yep. What's up, sis? Huh? The epic run, yes. It's a pretty interesting neighborhood.
Yeah.
The Upper West Side. Bunch of families. Hold on. This is one of the things that we have to really watch.
You're always negotiating the cars, right?
Exactly.
And poles.
Who's it gonna be, me or you? If it's a nice car, I will definitely jump in front of it because I want to get that money. No. I mean, we all think about it.
Yeah, right.
We don't want to say it. There are a lot of different people who live up here.
Actually, I've spotted the most celebrities I've seen in New York
up here
on the Upper West Side.
Hey man, they are here, and it's so awesome because their energy is just simple. It's just, you know, we just want to walk down the street.
And nobody really bothers them.
Nobody bothers them. They'll come into the store when I used to work there, and it would just be very peaceful.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, he usually comes in and we just talk about basketball. He would clown on me because my favorite team is the Dallas Mavericks. So, you know, it was all in good fun.
You have to support your home team,
Here it
right?
is right here.
There we go.
This is
West NYC. Awesome. So what do you, when you usually finish a run, what do you like to do? What's your favorite thing to do?
Well, when I'm with the homies, I usually beer.